Imagine a spiritual experience so profound that it rattles the very foundation of who you are. An eternal moment so intense and so deeply intimate that the words can't capture its essence. Imagine touching infinity without burden of faith, religion, or a godfather in the skies. Without bowing to any higher power which is made just for more control and maternal power. No gods, no dogmas, just a pure unfiltered connection to the well of existence itself. What if I told you such an experience is in your hands? Not after years of devotion, not through blind faith. Not after serving for hierarchy of religious institutions and mopping temples for 20 years, who already have lost their juices eons ago, but through a single moment of surrender to a molecule. The key that opens up the doors to the infinite, which started every spiritual journey from Buddhism to Christianity. Psychedelics have given ordinary people the experiences that saints and mystics have spent lifetimes praying and begging for it. But oh, vanity, vanity, vanity. Anyway, maybe, just maybe this video found you for a reason. Today we are entering the realm of Godless Mysticism, an unfiltered, raw and deeply personal spirituality, stripped of institutions and belief systems. We'll explore how psychedelics like LSD and psilocybin can dissolve the self, shatter the illusion of separation, and unveil an experience so sacred that even the most devout believers struggle to put it into words. And even for the religious, it can show you what prophets saw. Yes, meditation can take you deep, but with meditation you will never wet your shirt and cry your eyes out because of tears of joy and love, or wet your pants and clench your teeth from fear. But psychedelics drown you in the ocean of the divine until you forget you were ever separated from it. And when it's over, you won't be the same. Many rate these experiences as their three top life experiences. You will see what prophets have said. Let's start with the science and forget myths and those narratives for a second. Psychedelics are not just about hallucinations or tripping. They are tools, sacred, ancient, and now scientifically validated tools. They are keys which can open doors to the deepest corners of consciousness and unconsciousness, mend mental and even physical diseases, or elevate you to a higher kind of human being, as many bright souls have the same experiences before you. In 2006, a groundbreaking study at Johns Hopkins University confirmed what indigenous people have known for thousands of years. Psilocybin, the active compound in magic mushrooms, can reliably induce mystical experiences. Experiences so intense that more than 60% of participants rated them as one of the most meaningful moments of their lives. People describe overwhelming love, the unity with the universe, and the dissolution of time and space. And here's the part that changes everything. Many of them were atheists. No prior beliefs in the divine, no framework to even explain it. And yet they emerged from the experience reborn. Not as a believer in a God, but as beings who had touched something, or something had touched them beyond words. And beyond spirituality, it can improve the people's life, like enhance creativity, enhance emotional well-being, increase mindfulness and presence, improved interpersonal relationships, treating post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD, treatment for nicotine and alcohol addiction, ayahuasca and substance abuse, ketamine-assisted psychotherapy for alcohol and cocaine addiction. And only ayahuasca, which is a psychoactive brew, can have mending effects on, for example, mental depression, anxiety and PTSD, addiction, obsessive compulsive disorder, neurodegenerative diseases, chronic stress and burnout, or on physical health conditions like chronic pain. Some users reported long-term pain relief, autoimmune disorders, IBS and gut disorders, and even spiritual and existential distress like end-of-life anxiety, for example, fear of death in people who had cancer. So how does this work? How a simple molecule can shoot you in the heart of every atom in the cosmos? The answer lies in the default mode network, or DMN, our brain's control center for identity, ego, and perception of reality. It's like the glasses through which we perceive ourselves and the world around us. But why this perception is illusionary? That's a topic for another video, but this perception is illusionary. DMN is the ever-chattering voice in your head that is narrating your life, keeping you locked in the story of you. But when the psychedelics enter the system, the network goes quiet. Psychedelics can engage with your brain in a way that feels like an intimate and mind-altering experience. Like having sex with your brains, where consciousness and perception merge in ways you've never felt before. When approached with the right mindset and safety, it can be a very transformative and mind-blowing journey. However, if you enter unprepared, clinging to your ego and without proper safety, it can feel like a complete abuse of your mind, which can be very disturbing. We'll cover harm reduction and safety in this channel in the future videos so you can ensure that your journey is safe and powerful. With the ego silenced, the illusion of self and separation collapses. Boundaries with self and other dissolve. And in that space of no identity, no time, no thingness, you are ready to see and feel the true reality of yourself and the universe. Call it unity, call it infinity, call it God, or call it nothing. As Brian Seymour said, the only way to know God is to experience God, and the only way to experience God is to unlearn everything the ego has been trying so vigorously to manufacture since our infancy. Whatever that is, it's more real than anything you've ever known. Some naive people say it's just hallucinations. First, those people never use psychedelics, and secondly, what is life without fantasy? Using the psychedelics is like you are the sugar dissolving in the sea of knowledge and spirituality. At first you disappear, finished and gone for good. And after some time, based on the medicine, you re-emerge alive once again. More beautiful, a shiny crystal carrying the wisdom of the sea with the body intact. Psychedelics are where mysticism is born. Not in churches or temples or mountains. They have used it to control more and kept them for themselves until they forgot about them completely. از تبریزی said, حسد و اهل حسد کار میکنند صاحب که آتش سوزنده میخورد خود را. Envy work on envious people like the burning fire eats itself. There is a list. Christianity, Judaism, Islamic Sufis, Buddhism, Greeks, ancient Persians, and Mayas, all of these civilizations have used these psychedelics for good. Terence McKenna, one of our bright mind and psychonauts, believed psychedelics were humanity's forgotten gateway to the divine. Not a deity in the skies, but the raw fabric of reality of spirituality and existence itself. And many believe psychedelics with scientific proofs to be the tenets of our evolution to what we are now. These substances don't show you something new. They strip away everything false until only the truth remains. A direct transmission from the universe, no rules, no intermediaries, just experience. If you ask me, it's like the psychedelic entities connect their USB of 1 million terabytes per second of information to you. So what does this mean for spirituality? If you can touch spirituality without faith, without prayers, without doctrine, doesn't it change what spirituality even is? The truth is that spirituality has never belonged to any religion. But religions use the spirituality for more control. As Jesus said, I'm a son of the God. And they deliberately changed it to I'm the son of the God, so you think you can't be one. As they asked him what is God's name, and he said, I am. So what if I ask you what's God's name? What should you say? You should say, I am. As in heavens, the serpent said, you shouldn't eat this fruit because you will have the knowledge and power of himself. And what do you think that fruit was? Yes, it is not a belief, it's an experience that everyone can have. You can't know God unless you experience him. Die before you die, it's experiencing the immortality, it's experiencing the eternal moment, which is possible through psychedelics. Eternity has nothing to do with time, it's right now, right this moment, and forbidden fruits make you experience all what I said. Psychedelics make these experiences accessible to anyone willing to surrender to unknown. To let go of control, I will give sight to the blind if he is willing to die for it. To dissolve into something greater, to let go of your religions, your beliefs, your gods, your faith, your family, your everything, at least for one single moment. It's different for everyone, and everyone can be prophets of their own life. And can you imagine how beautiful that word is? The word that you feel one with nature, with animals, plants, everything. A word that you are willing to sacrifice everything, even your immortality, for existence itself. A word that you care less about the tools. As Terence McKenna said, money is printed on toilet paper, religion is full of shit, and fame is worthless. And care more about preserving happiness, society, nature, and life itself. For some people, it's a reunion with the universe, which if we act too late, we are not going to be a part of it anymore. And for others, it's a dance with death itself. And for a rare few, it's a moment that they realize they never existed at all. So here's the question. If spirituality is possible without religions, without faith, God, even language and words like primal people, what does that mean for us? What does it mean for you? Psychedelics don't just change your perception, they obliterate the boundaries of what you thought were real. They show you that you are not separate, that life and death are not opposites, that love is not an emotion but the very fabric of existence itself. Which universe was trying to show you that your whole life, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. So tell me, have you ever had an experience that shattered everything you thought you knew? Have psychedelics opened doors in your mind that you never knew existed? I really want to hear your good and bad stories. If this video resonated with you, made you question, made you feel something, no pressure to like and subscribe, because my words will find its audience if it is 1000 years later and it's just 1%. That's enough for me. Until next time, stay open, stay curious, and remember, the water you seek is already in your water pouch, which you think is empty, and you are looking elsewhere.